Ladies and gentlemen, as the proud president of Maggie's, it's a huge pleasure to be back with you at this Cheltenham Centre, which, as Laura reminded me, was 16 years ago I opened, to celebrate the 30th anniversary of this remarkable charity. My first visit to a centre was in Edinburgh in June 2008. I remember being slightly nervous as I approached the Western General Hospital, anticipating a rather formal clinical atmosphere. But when I arrived, I was surprised and uplifted to find a bright, peaceful, welcoming space with inspiring people full of stories about the difference that Maggie's had made to them and their families. Shortly after this, Dame Laura asked me to become their president, which I accepted with alacrity. One of the easiest decisions I've ever made. Now, 18 years and 27 centres on, I cannot but look around and reflect how proud Maggie would be of this incredible legacy. I first met Maggie many years ago in the swinging 60s, when I ventured into her beautiful and cool boutique, Anacat. I remember her then as being warm, funny, and generous. And it was with those characteristics that she confronted her cancer diagnosis in 1988 at the age of 47. She understood for herself and for others the importance of feeling in control rather than a helpless victim. She knew how vital it is to have access to information about treatment and the various options available. Above all, Maggie was convinced that people living with cancer crave a beautiful, comforting environment as they face the unknown. A place where they needn't pretend to be fine, where they can receive expert support, sympathy, and a good cup of tea, and where laughter can come as naturally as tears, because sometimes that's what's wanted. Maggie never claimed to know everything. As she wrote in her articles, A View from the Front Line, I am down here in the war zone, trying to figure out my map. But in preparing the blueprint for that first centre in Edinburgh, she did more than she could possibly have imagined for all who find themselves in the war zone of cancer, trying to figure out the map. Now, I should like to end by expressing my heartfelt thanks to the whole of the Maggie's community, to Maggie's children, Lily and John, who have done so much to continue their mother's legacy, to Laura Lee, a powerhouse, if ever there was one. I try to keep up with the ever-increasing number of Maggie centres being built around the country, but she works at such a speed that I spend my time playing catch-up, and I doubt I ever will. And to your supporters, members of staff, and your brilliant volunteers, thank you all for all you do to ensure that visitors to these centres are able to find what Maggie called the joy of living. Thank you.